presentation is going to be over Albert Einstein and Max Planck. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born on March 14th, 1879. He was most known for his Nobel Prize winning work with the theory of relative and his work on the photoelectric effect. Albert Einstein's mind was used to create the atomic bomb in the Allies' effort to end World War II. The theory of relativity. What is the theory of relativity? In 1905, Albert Einstein determined that the laws of physics are the same for all non-accelerating observers, and that the speed of light in a vacuum was independent of the motion of all observers. Space-time. Albert Einstein, in his theory of special relativity, determined that the laws of physics are all the same on all non-accelerating observers. And he showed that the speed of light within a vacuum is in the same no matter the speed at which the observer travels. As he worked out the equations for his general theory of relativity, Einstein realized that massive objects can cause distortion in space-time. Photoelectric effect. Einstein successfully resolved the paradox by proposing that the incident light consisted of individual quanta called photons that interacted with the electrons in the metal-like discrete particles rather than as continuous waves. For a given frequency or color of the incident radiation, each proton carried the energy E equals hf, where h is Planck's constant and f is the frequency. The Manhattan Project. Einstein influenced the beginning of the Manhattan Project. In collaboration with Leo Szilard, Einstein wrote a letter to President Roosevelt in 1939, warning of possible German nuclear weapon research and proposing that the United States begin its own research into atomic energy. However, since Einstein never received security clearance, he never physically worked on the Manhattan Project. Since the Germans never obtained nuclear energy, he regretted sending his letter to President Roosevelt and starting the development of nuclear weapons. Max Planck. Max Planck was born April 23rd, 1858 in Germany. He is the father of modern quantum theory. This theory unified the theory about subatomic particles and atoms, just like Einstein unified the concept of space and time. Quantum theory. At the turn of the 20th century, Planck realized that light and other electromagnetic waves were emitted in discrete packets of energy that he called quanta. He had wrote that the energy of photons could only take on certain discrete values, which were always a full integer multiple of a certain constant, which is known as the Planck constant. Planck's effect on physics. The development of quantum theory allowed Niels Bohr, Werner Heisenberg, and Wolfgang Pauli, who had worked out so-called Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics and the quantum theory which Planck's work had triggered, become even more established, even if Planck himself, like Einstein, was never quite comfortable with some of the philosophical implications. Planck won the 1918 Nobel Prize for Physics for his work on the black body radiation and quantum physics. Planck's role in World War II. As a German scientist, Planck never agreed with the Nazi philosophy. He also succeeded in secretly enabling a number of Jewish scientists to continue working in institutes of the Kaiser Wilhelm Society for several years. The Deutsche Physics, which moved attacked Planck, Arnold Sommerfeld, and Werner Heisenberg, also among others, continue to teach the theories of Einstein, calling them white Jews. The conclusion of both scientists: the findings of Albert Einstein and Max Planck revolutionized the study of physics at the turn of the 20th century. Their work allowed physics to turn to the thoughts of the unknown and describe the behavior of particles on a molecular and subatomic level. These two scientists contributed the two most important theories to modern physics.